What's up, everybody? It's now time for episode 162 of What's Up, Flobo? That's why I'm just to hang and chat what's going on in my life and everything in it. And I want to thank you so much for checking out this episode and all the other episodes in the What's Up, Flobo canon right here on the YouTube's youtube.com/Flobo Boyce. That's youtube.com/Flobo Boyce. That's me. That's the thing right here in the corner, left-handed screen. So, I don't know about you guys, but I like to peruse the social media networks and see what's cracking, as the kids say. And, well, for one reason or another, there's just been a rise of a lot of people telling you how to live your life. Those Instagram wisdom posts. And sometimes that could be someone's career. Like, for example, an author who does self-help books decides to have little nuggets of wisdom on Instagram. A lot of times, though, it's just people trying to fill in things with their caption. I know I'm being cynical. I'm going here some of the point. But one thing I've always noticed between these people and what they write in their Instagram captions, it can be something really like innocuous. It can be like them at the beach, like doing this. And the caption's like, don't ever give up. You can achieve everything. It's almost like there's a disconnect. But one of the things I've seen a lot is the idea of the comfort zone, right? Get outside your comfort zone. You go outside your comfort zone, good things will happen. I know, objectively, it makes sense. Hey, if I do something different than I'm used to doing, maybe I might get different results. It's a total mathematic principle. Try different things, get different results, different experiences. But a comfort zone's a comfort zone for a reason, is it not? Feel warm, nice. Sometimes I call my mom, I'm like, oh, Mom, what are you doing? She goes, I'm just going to be in my corner. She doesn't literally mean a corner, unless she does. But rather, we'll go where you're safe. Nothing wrong with that at all. There is something to be said about that looking failure in the face or looking rejection in the face. Don't want to live your whole life with fear every day, but sometimes you want to judge and say, is it worth the fear of rejection? No. Not talking about jobs, not talking about relationships, not talking about, applying for a loan. I'm talking about everything into one. So, for example, there are big things like, I have a fear that I'm creating content that no one's seeing. That's a big one for me. I press on because I like doing the shows I'm doing. There's not many shows I'm like, oh God, I gotta do it. And if I feel that way, I usually here's my pro tip. When I'm usually burnt out, I just end up recording episodes and stacking them and then just releasing it so I can go on vacation and no one knows the difference. That's a bigger thing that I'm afraid of, that's outside of my comfort zone, the lack of knowledge of anyone's consuming my content, for example. Immediately, this week or next week, I mentioned a bunch of times in the show, I play a game called Rocket League. I am infinitely better at the game now than I was a year and a half ago. But of course, the game adjusts its balance, and now I have opponents who are even stronger, and I still feel like I'm terrible. And now I'm in an amateur league that starts next week, and I've been training at hours a day. My thumbs are shot, and I'm like, oh, man. The last thing you want to do is be the old man hanging with the kids. Not literally, just they're just very young. And screwing up. I mentioned this to a lot of my peers in that space, that when I was their age, I played rec softball. And there was a guy who was my age now that would say, oh, kids playing baseball. Can I play too? And he was just terrible. To the point where we're like, hey, man, we're going to play on Sunday. And we switch our day to Saturdays because we're just cruel like that. That's what I'm feeling now. I look at that fear every single time. And everyone thinks that I'm joking. But it does mess up with your psyche, It's a video game. Why do I care? I should be dunking on kids. That's what happens in real life, in real sports. But it doesn't work that way. Or how about the example of whether or not that my book will ever be finished or ever be made. It's on my to-do list, and there's a fear of not finishing it. But conversely, there's a fear of finishing it and not it being good. I still get reminded about my early days of self-publishing where I had to edit my own books because I couldn't afford an editor. People always say, oh, yeah, you were a baby writer. Or, yeah, man, the probably reason why I didn't sell is because it wasn't written well. Point is, fear happens all the time. And it may be easy to say, oh, just face your fears and just go for it, man. It's a little bit more dynamic than that. There are some days you're going to have all the courage in the world to do it. Today is the day I'm going to do it. And there's some days like, nah, I'm going to stay inside. To use a real bad analogy, fear is kind of like rain. If it's a drizzle, you're like, all right, there's my umbrella. I'm going to go. If it's a downpour, certain people will say, well, I have to get my stuff done despite the torrential rains. But most of us go, Netflix night. It's okay. Definitely okay to pick and choose your battles day by day. The idea is that you consider or you understand what is causing you to feel the way you're doing. Your friends say, put yourself out there. They don't quite know your plight. So it comes off as very hollow. Put yourself out there. Can't get a job? Put yourself out there. Can't find a relationship partner? Put yourself out there. And it's easy to be like, you don't understand my struggle, bro. But ultimately, to even attempt to put your foot in the pool, you would have to try it. So they mean well. They don't get your life. But as I said at the top of this video, you're going to eventually have to try different things to get different results. If it's too hard to do it every day, it's okay. You're a human being, not a robot or an automatron. Yo, thank you very much for checking out this episode of Wassup, Flobo and all the other episodes. Here's the deal, right? You can support the homie in a bunch of ways as I try to take over the world one video content piece at a time. I got a tip jar. You know what I'm saying? Put a little dollar, put a little couple of coins in there at buymeacoffee.com/Flobo Boyce. That's me. That's buymeacoffee/Flobo Boyce. You know, that way I can fuel my caffeine addiction as it says so in the caption below. Also, I have t-shirts, I have hoodies. I used to have masks, but I wasn't really feeling those. But I got all kinds of goodies at my t-shirt shop. Hit that up at flobito.threadless.com. That's flobito.threadless.com. Make sure you check out all the styles. I have a brand new style where I have a cheeseburger that says cheeseburgers because burgers are the party of love. And also, lastly, if you want to check out all the other shows that I'm hosting, you know the deal. NewAmsterdam.com, New Amsterdam Entertainment, New Amsterdam, that's KNEW, Amsterdam.com, to discuss all the shows underneath the New Amsterdam Entertainment umbrella. I'll be back next week. Probably not doing this Tony Robbins stuff. That is not my vibe. In the meantime, I gotta get back to playing Rocket League. My thumbs are shot. I can't be the worst player on my team. I can't do it. I can't let them do it. See, I'm getting to fear. It's okay. I'm gonna play a video game. I'm gonna chill out. Probably buy myself a rock star or a monster. Enjoy the rest of my day. Catch you guys later.